Hi everyone, I'm Brooke,
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Hey there, I'm Brennan.
and we are all seniors at Duke University, North Carolina. I study biomedical engineering,
I study economics.
I study Asian and Middle Eastern studies.
and my mom, Miss Watson, had a few questions I guess she asked us a few questions, and we're going to answer them about college. So the first question is, what advice do you have for young students? Do you have any answers?
I think my biggest advice for young students is don't get held up trying to figure out exactly what you want to do in life. I came in as an econ major with Sydney, and I completely switched it up after 2 years, and that's totally okay. So you guys are at a young age where you should just be, enjoying school and learning things that you like, and you can figure that out way down the road. Don't No pressure on that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Just study what you like, enjoy school, and learn a
Yeah, I would say my advice would be that just surround yourself with good people that you enjoy. I've learned this that you're often a reflection of who you surround yourself with, so just make sure you put good people in your circle. Okay, the next question is how to prepare for college. um, I think that people like college admissions officers really like to see things that you're passionate about. So if you kind of just follow your passions, I mean, you guys are really young right now, but if you follow your passion through middle school and high school, you can talk about that in your college applications and your essays, and it'll make you really stand out from others.
I think one important thing would be maybe now starting to practice how to get organized. I think that really comes into play when you kind of get in the process of applying to colleges and you'll eventually be at college, and it's kind of even moving into high school, it's a bigger workload. So really just staying on top of everything and getting your own flow of how you like to organize things.
I definitely agree with both of those.
Okay, cool. So the next question is, what's the importance of education early on? I would say that, I mean, for math in particular, like everything always builds up and it will continue to build up. So if you get confused in math, for example, early on, it's just going to be a really hard route your entire life through high school. So, like, my advice is just to try to stay focused now and realize that, I mean, these things that you're doing now will have long term implications.
And I think also early on, you can just kind of, it's a time where you can explore a lot of things. So if even if math isn't your thing, you can try out a bunch of different subjects and find out what you like because it's still kind of an exploratory time.
Yeah, I would touch on that as everything you do now is in a very surface based or early education. While in college you'll delve deeper into that. So it's important to figure out kind of what things you're interested in before you fall too down the rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole. Don't want to fall down the rabbit hole. What is college life like? College. Go ahead.
So my experience was a little bit different from theirs because I'm from North Carolina, so I kind of grew up in the same environment that I attended university in, which is different from a lot of people at Duke, which come from different states. Like Brooke's from Florida, Sydney's
Where
from
you're all from.
Yeah, you guys are all
yeah. Brooke's from Maryland, and so
I'm from Maryland.
Sorry. But what I was saying was that my experience was a little bit different where I felt like I was in the same environment, so it was a little bit easier for me to adapt to. But when you think of colleges, also think of the environment and the city that you'll be in on top of the school itself.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Also, I would say college is a lot of fun. You're kind of surrounded by people your age, and it's just I would say a playground for children. You just have a lot of fun. So it can get hard to focus sometimes when you have a lot of things building up in terms of your school and your classes and academics, but you're given all of these freedoms to have a lot of fun. So I would say this has been the best 4 years of my life, but also the most challenging 4 years of my life.
Yeah, I would agree with all of that. I say you meet a ton of different people, and then there's all these other things, kind of a lot going on, like clubs and speakers coming to campus. So different things go on at college so it's not just like middle school or high school. It's a really fun new experience.
And it's also different because unlike high school, middle school, and elementary school, you're not going to school from 8 to 3 p.m. or whatever, or then you have sports afterwards. It's I can have class at 10:15 one day and then not have class until 8:30 at night the next. So it's like you really have to be organized, like Sydney mentioned earlier, when you balance clubs and activities and classes as well.
Yeah, it's a lot about budgeting your time and just like learning to be an adult, which is kind of hard sometimes. Okay, so the next question is, do you have any crazy challenges or adventures that were amazing at Duke specifically?
Hmm.
Do you have anything?
I was going to say Uganda.
I was going to say Duke Engage, which is a program that Brooke and I did. You can talk about Uganda a little bit. Yours is crazier than mine, I think.
Oh, no, yours is so cool too. So Duke has this program that's funded by the school where they send students across the entire world to do like service trips and try to like help out the community that they're in. So I went to Uganda for a summer. I was working in hospitals repairing medical equipment, which is like lines up with my biomedical engineering degree. It was a lot of learning. It was really cool. It was really a great cultural immersive experience. And I don't think I would have gotten the opportunity to go to Africa any other way. So it was awesome.
And it's also 2 months. So I did the same, different program, focused more on social development and teaching Thai workers English, which they can use in the service industry, because Thailand's economy is hugely on tourism. So we were there for 2 months, which I would say was really challenging. It's like it's long enough where you actually become immersed in the community that you're in, and so I would say one of those experiences. What about you, Sydney?
I don't have a good one like that. Like they've got great stories. I don't know if I have a cool one.
You
like
could talk
that.
about like the tenting. That's kind of like a crazy adventure.
Okay. Here's a crazy story specifically about Duke. So we're a big basketball school, if you don't know, and for our rival game against UNC, there's a limited number of tickets. So what they have Duke students do is camp outside of the stadium, kind of a number of weeks before. You get a number in line, and you're kind of just coming out and waiting for the game to come. And this is actually how we all met. We did tenting together, and it can be really cold or raining or anything, but you kind of do it for the basketball game, and the game was super fun. So that's a really
It's
fun
challenging
thing.
though. It's not easy because you're not sleeping in a bed. You're sleeping on a cold, hard tent floor.
And really cold weather.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are the questions I had. Any other last pieces of advice you'd like to give?
I mean, I didn't even know what college was until high school, so
Yeah.
don't be stressed this early, but just enjoy your time.
And have a really good school year.
Yeah.
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 It was nice to meet you all. I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Why? You can edit it out.
Yeah, I guess I'm not going to edit it out. All right, it was so nice.